Hey, let me give you an explanation how we prepared the mush made of discs. In January 2024, we found that dividing the frozen food discs into 4 larger buckets, each containing roughly 1/3 of the discs alongside 5 meat blocks, was optimal for approximately 195 dogs. To prepare the discs for feeding, it's best to smash them into smaller pieces and distribute them into buckets the evening before they're intended for the dogs. Aim to minimize the presence of snow and include discs with more kibbles and meat in them, as those without food will turn into icy water, which we don't want to have as much. To activate the defrosting process, pour a bit of hot water over the discs, making sure that they are not swimming in water to avoid excessive water content. Likewise, get the meat out overnight to achieve a softer consistency. Give it a bit of time to defrost overnight and use some time to get some sleep. Next day, you can add a bit more hot water in the morning if needed, if it's not really defrosted, to kind of get the defrosting process further activated. We then usually started food prep during lunchtime, which started with stirring the soup to get the bigger ice cubes that, kind of accrued into smaller bits again. Then adding meat and kibbles until the consistency is good. Be careful to not break the buckets in the process when stirring with whatever tool you're using. We usually use the scraping tool for the doors of the cages, which worked quite good as the handle was quite strong and scoops for the soup are often not strong enough and you will just break them in the process. So make sure also what you're using for the stirring is strong enough. And then if the meat isn't soft enough to crumble into the buckets, break it into smaller bits or chop it with the axe and mix it into the disc mixture. Set aside some meat for dogs on special diets who can't eat the regular kibbles so that they can also have some meat. And then if necessary, add a bit of dry food. That really depends also on what kind of discs you have. You usually don't need much dry food if you have discs that have a lot of kibbles in them. But if you have more watery, more meaty discs, then you probably have to add a little bit more dry food. And then you add them to the mixture to thicken its consistency and then to achieve the desired mushiness. Ideally, allow some time for the mixture to soak before serving it to the dogs. And then, now it's time to feed the hungry dogs. We used the soup scoops and, fed for a fat dog portion, about half of a soup scoop. Small dog got 1, big dog 2, and skinny 3, or as much as they ate. And then, remember to add water to the bowls when serving the mixture to ensure they remain hydrated, as the moisture content in the mush alone isn't really sufficient. Also try to not have leftover, so try to keep in mind that you don't want to reuse it. And then hope this explanation helps. Good luck.